Good morning, year two, and welcome to Friday's Literacy. I hope you've all had a lovely week and you've all done a really good job so far on all the literacy you've done. So big well done. One more to go and then it's the weekend. Today we are going to be looking at Pandora's box again, but we're going to be changing some of the story to make it even better than it already is. So this is where we're going to be using the things that we did yesterday. Okay, so this morning we're going to get started with some spelling. We're going to spell some common exception words. Then we're going to read the original story again, check back on the changes that we made to it yesterday, and then we're going to rewrite it. We're going to do a bit of story writing again. So we've done 2 story writes in 1 week, which is amazing. So let's get cracking. Okay, these are things you're going to need. You're definitely going to need that lined paper because we're going to do the writing part of it today. You're going to need your whiteboard and pen for spellings in a second, a pencil, and your literacy brain. Okay, well, I'm going to read out some words now and you're going to write them down on your whiteboard for me. Okay, so make sure you don't write them too big because we want to do a nice little list of all the words. Okay, right, listening ears then, please. This is the first one. The first one is improve. Improve. We had a look at these on Monday, so hopefully you can remember. It's a good test. The first one is improve. Okay, number 2 is move. Move. Number 3 is prove. Prove. So they all sound quite the same, don't they? Improve, move, and prove. So they all sound, they're going to have the same sort of letters in there. Okay, that's a good clue. Okay, number 4 is after. After. Number 5 is people. People. And number 6 is I, and this one is the I, that's part of your body, not the capital I, just I. Okay, everyone, so I'm now going to run through them, so double check you've all got 6 spellings on your piece of paper, please. So the first one is improve, then it's move, then prove, then after, and people, and I. Lovely. Right, I'm going to show you the answers now. So this is the first one. Improve. Double check. IMPROVE. Tick or cross. This is the next one. Move. MOVE. That's got the same sort of sounds here. And the next one is going to be prove. Again, it's got the same sounds. OVE on the very end. That one's prove. The next one is after. AFTER. The next one is people. PEO. It sounds like it should be PEE, but it's actually PEO. PEOPLE. That one, people. And the last one is I. EYE. That's the I. That's part of the human body. Right, everybody, I hope you all got 6 out of 6. I'm sure you did. Super. So today we're going to be changing those bits again. So hopefully you've got your plans from yesterday. They are the table. So I want everyone to pause me now and go and find the table, please. Lovely. Right, okay then. So we're going to reread that story of Pandora's box just to make sure we definitely know and we can remember what happened in it. Okay, so listening ears on, please, and you can read along the screen with me. Are you nosy? Do you like secrets? Have you ever done something that you've been warned not to, just to find out a secret? All through time, there have been stories about people being told not, I need to move myself out the way, sorry. I'm about being told not to open doors, cupboards, gates, and all sorts of things. And in many stories, the people just didn't listen. One person who did not listen is Pandora. Her story is from ancient Greece, where her nosiness changed the world forever. Not hundreds, but thousands of years ago in ancient Greece, there lived two brothers called Epimetheus and Prometheus. Although they lived in a world where the gods were in charge, they liked nothing more than to annoy the gods. One day, Zeus, a particularly powerful god, decided to teach them a lesson. Zeus ordered the gods to create a beautiful woman. Her name was Pandora, and she was to marry Epimetheus. As a wedding present, Zeus gave Pandora a beautiful box, but there was one special condition: she was never to open it. All day, Pandora's husband, Epimetheus, was out working. All day, she could not stop all she could think about was what was in the box. Pandora could not understand why Zeus would give her a box that she could not open. It made no sense to her. Pandora was bored and lonely, and her curiosity became unbearable. One day, when she was sure that Epimetheus was out annoying the gods, Pandora searched for the key to open the box. I know it's here somewhere, she muttered to herself as she opened cupboards and drawers. There it was, high on a shelf in their bedroom. With shaking hands, Pandora slid the key into the lock and turned it. She took a deep breath, closed her eyes, and slowly, with trembling hands, opened the lid of the box, imagining what could be inside. Rubies as red as the blazing sunset, jewel-encrusted gowns, piles of gold coins. But there were no coins or jewelry, no gowns or gems, for all at once every evil and spite and every sadness and misery flew out. Like a swarm of insects, they fled the house and infested the earth with heartache and sorrow. Pandora slammed the lid shut and turned the key. "What have I done?" she sobbed, holding her head in her hands. Sometime later, Pandora noticed a fluttering sound coming from the box, as if something was trapped inside. Terrified, she pressed her ear even to the box. "Let me out," a small voice pleaded gently. "I mean you no harm." Once again, with shaking hands, Pandora unlocked the box and opened the lid. A beautiful butterfly of hope fluttered out of the box, for although Pandora had released pain and suffering into the world, she had also allowed hope to follow them. Okie dokie then, that's a lovely story, and we're going to make it even better. So this was on my table from yesterday, and I filled it with lots of ideas just to give you a helping hand, okay? So you need to now be checking over your plan, rereading your ideas from yesterday of how you're going to change your story. So pause me, and I'll see you in a second. Okie dokie, right then everyone, we're going to get our writing brains on now, and we're going to need to get our pencil ready because we're going to get started. I have changed the story slightly, and you can do exactly the same, but please make sure that you definitely use your plan from yesterday. Okay, so if, for example, it says, "Why did Zeus give Pandora a box?" If you're saying that she's a very kind friend, you might need to say in the story about something that she's done to be so kind. So I've changed some bits, so read it carefully and you'll hear what I've changed. So in ancient Greece, many years ago, there were two brothers called Epimetheus and Prometheus. So far, that's exactly the same. The gods watched over the brothers, who were kind and caring to others, and decided to give them gifts. Is that the same? No, that's what I've changed, okay? The gods created two women, Pandora and Penelope. Is that the same? No, I made up Penelope. Penelope and Pandora were also very kind people and loved to look after those less fortunate than them. Oh, so I made them all very kind, which is nice. Zeus, a powerful god, thought hard about what to give the woman as a reward. He gave Pandora a special wooden box. He encouraged her to open the box and to share the wonders with the world, but warned her that she could not do it straight away. Pandora waited and waited, and finally she decided that she could not wait any longer. So there's lots of bits in there that's completely different from the story, okay? The first part, where the gods watch over the brothers and they're kind and caring, that's different because in the original story, they're annoying, and they do lots of things to make the gods feel sad. I've then said that the gods created 2 women, but in Pandora's box they only created 1. Okay, and I've also said that Penelope and Pandora were very kind and they loved looking after people. So Zeus thought hard about what to give them as a reward, so he gives them the box as a reward. And he tells her, you must open it and share it with the world, which is different from the story, and don't do it straight away. So mine's a little bit different, where he has said don't do it straight away. You can have it, but you can't have it straight away. So maybe you guys could include something like that in your own story. So I said Pandora waited and waited, and finally she decided that she could not wait any longer. So in everyone's story, she's still going to open the box, but you're going to need to think about how she's going to do that. Okay, right. So look at the chilies now. Let me just move myself out the way again. So look at the chilies now, because I have said for a 2 chili story, you can use my introduction and then just finish off the story by using your very own plan. So think about what I've said. I've already said about Penelope and Pandora. They're all very kind. Zeus said that you can have the box, but don't share it straight away. And Pandora couldn't wait any longer. Okay, so mine's based a lot on kindness. So think about what maybe could be in the box. And then, or you can create your very own story, start to finish. Okay, please still base it on Pandora's box. Okay, and all the characters that we know already. And you're going to use your plan from yesterday to help you. So let's just quick flip back on mine. You might need to pause it on mine so you can have another read of it. But remember, the first bit is always introducing the characters. Who do we meet? In my one, we have a few more characters than usual. We have created a lady called Penelope as well. Okay. Think about why Zeus gives Pandora a box. Is she allowed to share it with the world? Okay, so now then, I'd like you to get cracking with your story. Okay, these are the things that I'd like you to include today. Please make sure you've got your capital letters, finger spaces, spellings. Okay, use the ones that are on your plan, please. And then we've got those all important adjectives, full stops, and conjunctions, please. So hopefully you feel like you've got enough Pandora knowledge to get going with you. Remember, you've already retold the story on Wednesday, so if you're stuck, look back at your Wednesday writing, okay, because you did a superb job, everyone. Okay, so remember, we're changing little parts of the story, so fingers crossed, make it a little bit happier. Okay, pause me now, everyone, and get going. Well done, everyone. Right, I'm just going to stop you there, and I'd love it if you could check your work back now. So we need to read our sentences from start to finish. Do they make sense? That is the most important thing, if they make sense or not. I bet they all do, but I just say it just to be sure. And don't forget about those all-important full stops and capital letters. So I want you to have a look at all those bubbles and see if you've included all of them in your work now, please. So pause with me again and have a check. Right, well, it is the weekend, so well done for a super week of literacy again. You've done 2 super weeks with me now, and I've really enjoyed doing it with you. Well done, because that was a bit of a tricky story to get our head around at the start. You've done a really good job, so good job, everyone. Big pat on the back. Good stuff. Now it's our last reading session with me, and it's the Rough Face Girl, but today we're focusing more on Cinderella, which is the story that it is based on and it's near to. So I hope everybody has a lovely weekend, and I will see you again next week. Take care, everyone. See you later.